Hey guys, what's going on? I know I haven't uploaded in a while because I've been pretty busy, but I just want to say before I get started, please check out my YouTube channel, my second one. It's ICUP Rainbows. Lately I've been putting a lot of Last of Us videos in there, but there's going to be a lot more coming out with like Call of Duty Ghosts gameplay and maybe Battlefield 4, a little bit of that. So if you like getting gameplay videos, definitely check it out. I've been putting a few of those up there. I've got a really funny video. I'll put the link in the description. Deleted bunny scenes. Anybody who's played The Last of Us knows. And I'll put the link to the glitch on here. Or I'll put the link to the channel in there. But please check it out because it's pretty awesome. So anyway, this video is going to be it's a tutorial on how to win human-shaped characters. And by that I mean anything like, except for the base here, it's underneath everything. Stuff like has arms and a leg and legs that's, you know, protrude at least. So like anything that has like arms like that and arms like that, you know, anything that is shaped like a human or somewhat like that. So there's a few ways to win them. I have one particular way that I normally go for, but if there's another way I can get it, I also go for that. So first I'm going to go for, let's see, I'm going to go for the Star Trek guy over here. I'm going to turn that sound off in a minute though, right after I drop it. So I have it at I think 80% right now. I'll see. I don't know. I might. Yeah, it's a bit too strong. So I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, and I'm gonna turn the sound off. All right. So it's about 60% right now, about 50-ish, in between 50-60, which is pretty good strength for. Not compared. It's a little stronger than Sugarloaf, but it's good for me. So. So anyway, this is the seatbelt grab. It's pretty awesome. Didn't mean to do that, but as you saw, I went around, I'll put her back in there, I went around one shoulder and under the other. So what you want to do is have it over one and under the other, and boom, just like a seatbelt in the car, holds them in place. Sometimes the heads on some characters are a little small, so it will slip out, but that's why there's another way to get it. A good example for this would be, let's do the lion here. So say he's laying flat like this. What you want to do is try to get it, if my claw doesn't turn well, so I don't have anything in here to turn it on, but it is a drop claw, so that does make it somewhat easier sometimes. Anyway, I'm just going to try to, I'm going to try to drop it right here. Whoop, missed. I only have 15 seconds too, so if that extra 5 seconds does help. I'm kind of cheating there, but the way you want to get him is over the shoulders and then in between the legs. So I like to call it the jumpsuit because, you know, it's kind of like a, I don't know, jumpsuit grab. Anyway, kind of like this. So I has to be laying flat, and there has to be some air underneath him. There's not too much air underneath him because everything's kind of together. So let's see if I can drop it right there. It's a lot tough. It's pretty tough to get it dropped in the right spot, but you can see I got a seatbelt grab right there, so that was definitely a good way to win him. A good character to do it on is actually the Rocky guys that I have, or any sort of like Ghostbusters or anything like that. So I'm going to go for him right here, and you can see that if I drop it right there, it'll have a perfect grab on him. Hey, what's up? It's my dad. Student video right now, Dad. Anyway, so that's how you want to get them sometimes too, is you can get it over the two shoulders and right in between the legs like so. See? Perfect grab every time. It's about 50%, so, but once you get into like 30% on my claw, it doesn't even close, like it'll close partially. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so it's about 25% now. And I'll show you what I mean. It doesn't always close. So, like, I'll have a perfect grab like that again. It might not keep him in there. It might just not even close. See what I mean? That's what it is when it's like 30, 25. So, turn it back up again. Actually, that was more like, yeah. So we'll put it at about 50. We'll see how strong that is. But yeah, when it's on like 25 on mine, it doesn't close all the way. Let's see. So it is like a little less than 50. So, but even then, I mean, this is weaker than most Sugarloaf, so on that setting. So So I'm going to move him a little more because mine doesn't always go to the side all the way. So I'm going to drop it. So you can see it's pretty weak there. But it's still lifting him up a little bit. I'm going to go for Superman here. He's a little heavier, kind of. But the thing is that his head is kind of small. So if I want to go for a seatbelt, it has to be like pretty low around his neck, or else it won't grab him. So I have to have him like right here, and I have to have his cape out of the way because he'll often stab his cape. Keep in mind that my claw is a little bit smaller than No Sugarloaf, I'd say by like a little bit, but you can see like 45-50%, and it still got him. So it's very good for anything that's weaker than normal. I mean, obviously for some claws you can get these guys by the head. Not like that, but so I'm gonna go for the Star Trek dude again. I'm gonna go right over his head, well, over his body, kind of like a right there. Obviously I can have a little more precision sometimes, but 45% guys, I mean that's pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much how you want to get most characters. For me, like Duck Dynasty, my claw is definitely small enough, I mean big enough, just barely, to do the, I guess I can call it the jumpsuit, is what I have been calling it, but you can get them just like that. I mean, you don't get much better grabbing that. I mean, it's almost a guaranteed every time. Obviously, if the claw's really weak, that's not going to be, you know, that's not going to happen very often, but I mean, if you can get it just over the right spot, either over the shoulder and under the other one, I mean, you have a pretty good chance. I mean, obviously if there's air underneath it and you can see it clamp underneath, obviously it doesn't clamp underneath and you'll have a very good shot, but if you have a good grab on it. Oh yeah, and one thing that I guess I'll give the advice on to move some stuff. So say Rocky was like right here. Well, the chances, let's do this actually. So say he's like right there. So for me to get a seatbelt is very, very unlikely on him. See? Because it might stab the guy, the Tin Man underneath. I don't recommend going for feet often unless they're like bigger. But sometimes if you grab it and it does fall out, it'll move it a little bit. So you gotta kind of wedge them out. I don't recommend going for the feet often. For characters such as like Ghostbusters and all that, Star Trek, the flat ones, feet is alright to go for because they are a little bit bigger. But you can see I moved them out of the way a little bit so he's no longer completely underneath him. So now that I have moved it there, all I have to do, shouldn't have done any swinging, but when he's moved a little bit out of the way, if I could just move him a little more, then I can definitely have him. There's air underneath him there. So I'm going to go, I want to drop it like I did earlier. Kind of want to swing it. Anyway, obviously on Sugarloaf you have a chance to have a little more precision, depending. Alright, that didn't work quite as well as planned, but the point is that it can move them out of the way a little bit if you plan it right, if you move it right. So legs, I'd not recommend. Obviously, if the legs are big enough, going ahead. But if you can, go for the seatbelt or go for over the legs and in between. That's the best bet, is over and under. That's actually a better name for the grab. But if you can do that, like that perfect grab there. Oh, you even got the Tin Man. Wow, 45%, that's pretty strong. Wow. But anyway, you know, it works for pretty much any character. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out recently. I haven't played the Claw anywhere because the claws around me are actually garbage. There's never anything good in them, so I just don't even bother anymore. I mean, it's just like generic, stupid, dumb crap. And even then, it's literally empty every time I go. So, and if it is ever fully stocked, it's weak as heck. So it'll literally look about as stocked as this. So that's why I don't play at locations anymore, because it's pointless too, and it's a waste of money here anyway. So there we go. So seatbelt, and I'll do another one over under, just as a last one. Some characters obviously are a little too big to do that for, like on my claw in particular. But some things you want to look out for are if when you're doing a seatbelt, if the head is too small. So if you're doing a seatbelt and the head just slips out, obviously you don't want to do that. I don't really have a good example here because my claw is really small, but obviously on some you don't want to do that. I know for these basketball players, put one in here because he's pretty well shaped for it, but for some of these I went for one with a seatbelt and he just barely slipped out, but for mine it's definitely good sized. It keeps him in. Sometimes the tag will hold him in barely. I saw Ebbett Clawin's video earlier, and Mr. Bill was a little too small, but the tag kept him in, so keep that in mind too. But yeah, mine's a little small for when I'm doing like a jumpsuit or over-under. I'm just going to call it an over-under because that was a really good name for it. But mine's a little small for that one, so I tend to, for these guys, just go for a straight-up seatbelt, just like that. I mean, if you can get a grab like that, you're set to go. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. My giveaway is still going on until I hit 300 subs. Also, check out my other channel. I've been uploading to that one a lot more. I've been playing a lot of PlayStation, and that has the share feature. So I've been doing a lot of videos on that, well, recording a lot of those. If you saw any plush in this video that you want to buy, just let me know in a comment or a message. Serious offers only. I mean, don't go asking for like 200 plush for like $5,000, because like I've had stuff like that. It's like, I'll pay 500 for these like 100, and it's like, yeah, you're not really totally serious with it. Especially when it's like a 10-year-old saying that. It's like, yeah, no. So serious offers only. And thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, and last but certainly not least, tomorrow is my girlfriend's birthday, so I'd like to wish her a happy birthday, and wish all you would wish her one as well. And Nicole, I love you, and have a happy birthday.